tired.
I bet. You sound like you got your cold back.
Yeah, my nose is just all plugged up.
Mine's running like a sieve. I was brushing my teeth and there was snot dripping down into it.
Oh, gross.
I know, it was so disgusting. There was a whole lot of sneezing going on last night.
Yeah. Oh.
I heard you snoring, and then you'd sneeze, and I'd go, bless you, bless you. I think I did it like 3 times. And then you'd snore again, and then you'd wake up and you'd sneeze.
I don't think that's possible.
I don't know how it was happening either, but it was cracking me up.
I'm thinking about making spaghetti tonight. It sounds really good to me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Do we have meat?
Yeah. There's some hamburger in the fridge, in the freezer.
Should I take it out?
You can, or I could just microwave it.
Okay. Alright. You probably won't be home till about 5:30, will you?
I should, well, I'm thinking a little bit earlier, but we'll see. It'll be close. Rick doesn't let me take off too early, you know.
I know. He called me and told me you have been on the phone for an hour with the contractor.
Yeah, Mike Massey. He likes to talk.
Yeah, Mike Massey.
Yeah, he told me.
From Major.
What's that?
Yeah, he told me it's Mike Massey or something like that. He said.
Yeah, he does talk.
Be careful what you say, though. Be careful what you say.
The guy from Major.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you see it now? Oh, that's the one I texted on.
I could see it now. I can see it all
Can you
now.
see it all now?
It's white gold.
It's silver.
Well, I might have a beer in an hour and a half or so.
Okay. It's already after 3.
I know. I opted for another cup of coffee.
Oh, that's not good.
I know, Mike. It's already hitting me.
You're gonna be all...
And it's so hard to wipe after you take a shower for some reason. I don't know if it's because you're squeaky clean or... I don't know.
I need to take a shower tonight, too.
I had to take a shower because of that, there was hair dye all over my face. It's still there. It'll go away after a few washes, though.
Yeah.
They have some pretty vibrant colors, don't they?
Yeah.
Did my hair look dark, like black almost?
No.
Oh. Okay. I was surprised that you even noticed.
I did.
I know.
Alright, I got somebody calling me, one of the kids.
Okay. Which one?
Dylan.
Oh, I thought you meant one of our kids. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Hello.
Hey, these 2 DO jobs, the ones that are in Shelby and in Utica,
Yeah.
they're like 5 minutes from each other. I just went to the yard and I picked up a whole bunch of DO of the flags.
Oh, they
and
came
I'm about
in?
to fill up. Yeah.
Where are they? I
So, are you at the yard right now?
No, but I'm on my way there right now.
Okay, I'll leave half of the ones that I collected for you. Okay.
Yeah, where at?
I'm about to leave it in the right on top of the spray paint. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm about to hit these 2 DO jobs, and then I'm gonna head home because
Alright.
they're right next to each other. I know you said you wanted me and Andrew to split them up, but they're literally like 5 minutes apart, so I don't think it's.
Okay, yeah, that's
Worth
fine.
it.
I don't care. Just tell Andrew that you're getting them both.
Yeah. All right, I'm about to call him.
Alright.
I'm leaving. It's gonna be some green and pink OCG flags. Okay.
What's that?
I said it's gonna be green and pink OCG flag on top of white and pink spray paint.
Alright, sounds good.
All right.
Alright.
Peace.
Bye.
4,600. 211 locations.
Forgot. Yeah, we had work calling.
For 3.2 miles.
Yeah. We're back.
We're back.
You forgot.
Was that good?
Oh, Mom, you said that at work calling.
Yep. That's one of the kids. Right. Mm-hmm. One of the youngsters.
It's my goal. Yeah, let's milk down in Detroit.
Go to the yard and then.
Milk that last DO.
Yeah.
And sit there so we don't have to pull into that sub. Or into the Kroger's parking lot off Lone Pine.
Into the books as sacrifice bunts. So, reconstructing it, because even the play-by-play that we're getting from MLB research doesn't list all the errors. Barnhart fouls a 1-0 out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. New pitcher Tyler Duffy on the mound for the Twins. 1-1 the count on Barnhart. So both bunts, which I wrote down as hits, both in the books as sacrifices and errors. And then Willie Castro, the third error of the inning. So only one of those runs was earned. But if you reconstruct the inning, 1 run earned. It should have been a single, out, and then the double. Ground ball wide of first. Fielded by Arise. He flips to the pitcher, Tyler Duffy, covering first base. Tucker Barnhart on a 1-2 pitch, a soft ground ball. The putout goes 3-1. So 3 errors in the inning, leading to 3 unearned runs. And a 6-1 Twins lead. Derek Scribble's final line will not look pretty. But he really made a lot of good pitches right up until hard contact off the bat of Correa and Urshela. Willie Castro batting. He pops it foul out of play. Well back third base side.
Yeah, just got put him in a position where it was bases loaded, and what else are you going to do when you got a 3-2 count? I was thinking, well, this is that time. You work very hard on that slider. Is this the time where you're going to try to pull it out and throw it in a 3-2 count with the bases loaded? And he went with the fastball, and Correa, unfortunately, didn't miss it.
And again, I don't want to be too hard on Willie Castro.
Allen Park.
He's inexperienced in left field, but the routes that we have seen on some balls in the series, whether it's Akil Padu and
No,
a couple
not
plays
Allen
in Kansas
Park.
City and one last
Taylor.
Willie Castro that time over. He was actually there.
Taylor,
He's got some
Michigan.
speed, and he was there, but the ball was over his head.
Isn't that close?
Probably a ball that
I
needs to be caught. As hard as it was hit, and he had to run a long way to get it. Ground ball up the middle into center field off the bat of Castro. Single on an 0-2. Tigers firmly believe are going to be a better defensive team this year. Led by Baez and Scope on the infield. Spencer Torkelson is an upgraded first, and Tucker Barnhart behind the plate. I mean, those 4 spots right there, that's a huge improvement from last year. And so far, we are seeing better play. Baez is healthy. Scopes at second. Barnhart has done a terrific job behind the plate. Right now, the outfield defense is below what they need it to be. It had to be improved this year. I think Derek Hill is going to make a big difference. Line drive to first. Grabbed by Arise. He doubles off Castro. Looked like Hill was going to put into the right field corner. Instead, it's an inning double play. No chance for Willie Castro to get back. We're at the bottom of the 6th inning. 6th inning brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Experience the Demmer difference. 6-1 Twins. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Not feeling well today.
All right, let's see. Set the timer.
You and any family members too. For care right now
If I
and
could
your most
agree to
urgent
that.
needs, choose 24/7 emergency care. When it's not an emergency, but you still need care now, we're ready with urgent care. For care anytime, talk to a primary care doctor or see a doctor 24/7 from wherever you are with online care. Find the care you need now. We connect the dots on the rest at ascension.org/MICare.
I should milk it.
Little Caesars hot ready cheesy stuffed crazy bread is back.
1 hour and 2 minutes.
Steaks of melty cheesy goodness stuffed inside our world famous crazy bread for just $3.49. It's crazy good and only $3.49. Walk in and walk out with cheesy stuffed crazy bread every day between 4 and 8 at Little Caesars. Cheesy stuffed crazy bread, put the cheese in my bread. Cheesy stuffed crazy bread, I want more cheese today. Pizza at participating locations plus tax.
I'm Powell Miller, the founder of the Miller Law Firm. The great game of baseball brings our community together. The Miller Law Firm consists of lawyers who support our community. Today, for every triple hit by a Tiger, I will donate $300 to support humanitarian aid for the courageous people of Ukraine. Let's go Tigers. Hit some triples.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings app and use code STEEL to get in on the action.
Southfield Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. All roads and towns lead to Southfield at 11.5 in Telegraph. Jacob Barnes takes over on the mound for the Tigers. This pitching change is brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Visit Russ Milne Ford in Macomb. Think Ford first.
Jacob Barnes last pitched on Sunday, had a good outing, win an inning. Whole bunch of zeros. Been one of those nice surprise pieces for the bullpen.
Trevor Larnach fouls one out of play first base side. First batter to face him here in the 6th inning.
Pitched 6 1/3 innings. Does not have an ERA. The opposition's just hitting .095 off of Jacob Barnes so far this year.
Jacob Barnes is one of the guys who's going to make it tough. The Tigers add some healthy pitchers back. Again, Funkhauser is a ways away. He's been transferred to the 60-day IL, and so is Cisnero. So they're not close to coming back. But when a Mize or a Manning comes back, the Tigers are going to have to send somebody out, and the decisions are getting tougher and tougher. Pitch low and away. It's one thing when you send out a Ronnie Garcia. I mean, that was not an especially tough move, or you send out an Alvin Rodriguez, but now you're talking about all guys who are performing in that Tigers bullpen. To repeat, as Dan said, Jacob Barnes is not allowed to run, so he does not have an ERA, the 1-2 in the dirt. That's your favorite ERA as a pitcher, right?
You bet. You know, and I all winter long, you're watching the transactions, and you know, the Tigers pick up Jacob Barnes, the Tigers pick up this guy, the Tigers pick up that, you know, and they're just, you know, you can't have enough, especially when, you know, you have the abbreviated spring training and guys start dropping and everything, and you still have a lot of quality arms in the system.
Slider low and away, a cutter. It's a cutter that's been a devastating weapon for him against lefties. So what are the chances that Jacob Barnes sticks around? What do the Tigers have in Jacob Barnes? This is not a prospect. This is a guy who's 32 years old. But as we said throughout the spring, throughout the early part of this season, you've got something to work with Jacob Barnes. Swinging a tap foul off the bat of Jeffers. You've got a mid-90s fastball. You've got a cutter that wipes out lefties. You've got some swing and miss in his game. He just hasn't tasted a lot of success at the major league level since 2018 when he was with Milwaukee.
I just think it is the fact that he has the major league experience, and I think that was what attracted, first of all, just to get him the look, and then he performed.
Now swing and a miss. There's that cutter. You can get out a righty too. Jeffers strikes out. 6-1 wins. We're in the 6th inning. Last 3 years in the ERA, well, over 650 and 80 innings of work.
Yeah.
For 5 different teams for Jacob Barnes. But you know what? When you've got that, you still got stuff. If you go to a new team and you got maybe a coach, a Juan Nieves or a Chris Federer says, hey, let's try this in terms of what you throw, how often you throw it, and who you throw it to. The Tigers have a real feel for that, and they realize they've got something in Jacob Barnes. First pitch backdoors the cutter to a lefty. Trevor Larnach, strike one.
And where do you throw those pitches? If you've been concentrating on throwing them down your entire career, well, let's look at the upper. Throwing it up on the strike zone now.
Larnach, 2 good at-bats against Tarek Skubal. Pitch a little bit low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Constructing the Future is brought to you by the D Las Vegas. Book your stay now at thed.com. Home for Detroit sports in Las Vegas. Couple of notes from Toledo, a 14-0 win over Omaha last night. Zach Short's hitting the ball pretty well down there. Pitch low and inside. Don't give up on Zach Short. There is pop in that bat, and if he just kind of figured out the whole contact thing a little bit better. Zach Short plays such a good defensive shortstop that, if you need a guy to fill in like the Tigers have already needed with Baez on the IL, you hope that doesn't happen again. But that's a good glove man to have who can offer a little bit of pop. The 2-1, swinging a fly ball left field, shallow. Castro over and in toward the line makes the catch. On a 2-1, Trevor Larnach, who was 2 for 2, a soft fly ball to left. So Zach Short, 3 for 3 with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs.
Yeah, big game
for Toledo. And maybe the best news out of that game, overshadowed perhaps by the 7 RBIs from Zach Short. Alex Faedo, remember, started the year at Lakeland as a very regimented, hey, we're going to start you in warm weather. You're coming back from Tommy John, haven't pitched in a while. Then they moved him up to Toledo. 5 shutout innings, 4 hits, no walks. The number that jumps out, 8 strikeouts. Line drive slicing down the right field line. That's going to drop for a base hit into the corner. Extra bases for Roberto Celestino. Christian Meadows up with the ball, gets it in to Jonathan Scope. Line drive, single or double for Celestino to reconstruct that 5th inning. Well, the Twins scored their 4 runs because, again, I wasn't hearing the official score in our booth, and I wrote down bunt single for both Celestino and Polanco. The inning actually played out this way. Larnach with an infield single, Celestino with a sacrifice bunt, E5 on Harold Castro because of the throw into the runner. Polanco sacrifice E2 because Barnhart's throw went into the runner. So reconstructing the inning, the 3 unearned runs, it should have been man on third, 2 outs for Correa's double. Instead, it was bases loaded, none out. And that's why 3 of the 4 runs in the inning were unearned. You won't really get a feel for Tarek Skubal's start by looking at his final line today. Because it was right up until that Correa double, it was a pretty darn good start. He retired 7 in a row before the 2 errors on back-to-back plays.
Get back to that Faedo, I remember before he had that Tommy John surgery, I was down in spring training watching his stuff, and he's got really good stuff, and he's got a very, very good slider. And if they're stretching him out, you know, and Joey Wentz was another one.
And remember how good he was at Double-A before Tommy John surgery.
Exactly.
Polanco takes a pitch low. Man on second, 2 outs, 6 innings, 6-1 Twins. And we did see, coming back this spring, a live fastball. And he's got pitch ability, but that last year at Erie, 2 walks per 9, 10 strikeouts per 9. That'll work.
And they're being stretched out, and there was talk about Faedo possibly being a bullpen arm, but, you know, both of them are being stretched out.
Yes. I thought that was a great sign that he went 5 innings in his first start in Toledo. Fastball from Jacob Barnes to the switch-hitting Jorge Polanco batting lefty. It's a called strike. 1 run, 9 hits, 4 errors, and 9 left on base. That's an ugly line for the Tigers. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Twins. The 2-1. Low and away with a cutter. 3-1 on Polanco. So he's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. Did score a run, reaching on the throwing error by Tucker Barnhart. 2 plays in a row where Spencer Torkelson was reaching into the runner, and both times the runner knocked the glove off his hand because he was reaching for a ball that ended up hitting the runner.
It's a good thing, too. That's a dangerous play for a first baseman. They get that shoulder dislocated as they're reaching back into that runner.
A few wrist injuries. We've seen that through the years.
And the wrist, yeah.
Polanco swings and misses at that cutter, and you would think Jacob Barnes goes right back to it. Tigers relievers gave up 1 run in 3 innings of work last night. So if you want to total up their last 11 games for the Tigers bullpen, 7 runs allowed in 46 innings of work. And just 24 hits. The 3-2. Up and away. He tried the cutter, but he doesn't miss there very often. He missed away. Usually that pitch is reliably down and in to a lefty. Double and a walk with 2 outs. Twins threatening to add to a 5-run lead. 6-1. They're trying to win their 7th straight after a 4-8 start. Tigers are trying to snap a 4-game losing streak, heading on to LA to take on the very tough Dodgers. 3-game series starts tomorrow night, and Tigers are not getting any break in the pitching department in terms of what they're going to see. Carlos Correa swings and fouls it off of the catcher Tucker Barnhart. Tigers are going to see Tyler Anderson. There's no weak spot on this Dodgers team. As Dan said, they're a complete team in every way. Starters, relievers, offense, defense. Tyler Anderson gets the start against Tyler Alexander tomorrow. Bo Brisky, welcome to the major leagues. You're facing Clayton Kershaw on your 2nd major league starter. Clayton Kershaw looks like he's in fine form. And then I think one of the best pitchers in the game right now, Walker Buehler, starts for the Dodgers on Sunday.
You know, as a pitcher, though, it's you love those kind of games when not only are you going up against a good offense, but you're saying, oh, man, I'm going up against a future Hall of Famer in Kershaw. I can't give up anything.
Fastball away. You know, you always hear like, well, I'm not going up against the other starting pitcher, but you're very aware of it, right?
Absolutely. I think, you know, I mean, maybe
you
some
were.
of them, I was, because you loved him. Again, you wanted to beat him. I mean, Bo Brisky wants to get his first win, but he also says, wait a minute, I want to beat the Dodgers. I want to beat Kershaw for my first win.
The 1-1, a little bit low. And he just looked like, I mean, we have only seen him a little bit. He just looks like a kid who is not going to be overawed by his surroundings.
No.
I'm sure the heartbeat will be going, but very calm demeanor on the mound. It's what the Tigers have certainly noticed.
I'm looking forward to seeing if his family joins him again. They were in Detroit for his debut, and it was very emotional, and he had a big crowd, and just wondering if they might slip out for the weekend to see that game.
You would think they might.
Yeah.
The 2-1. Ground ball up the middle, deflects off of Jacob Barnes into no man's land on the right side. Rounding third and heading home as Celestino. Throw won't be nearly in time. Hard ground ball. Looks like it was heading into center field. It deflected and stayed on the infield, but deflected to where nobody was standing. Infield base hit for Carlos Correa, his third RBI of the day. Celestino scores. Twins lead 7-1. Doug Teeter, Tigers head trainer, out to check on Jacob Barnes. That was a hard hit ground ball.
It was, and especially on a cold day like this, looked like it caught him in maybe the right shin, and that's why it just deflected awkwardly off towards the second base, where the second baseman normally plays.
He's going to throw one pitch to convince Doug Teeters. Okay, let's check some scores from the 1-800-CALL-SAM Studio Scoreboard, brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Cincinnati just continues to struggle. Padres 6-4 lead over the Reds. Bottom of the seventh inning in Cincy. The Reds have lost 15 of 18 to start this season. Pittsburgh 2-1 over Milwaukee. That game is in the top of the ninth inning in Pittsburgh. Milwaukee started the day 12-7, leading the Central by game. 3-1 Miami over Washington. That game's in the bottom of the eighth inning. Miami, the only other team other than the Mets above the 500 mark in the National League East. 3-1. They've got the lead over Washington in the bottom of the eighth. Washington off to a 6-14 start. Philadelphia 3-1 over Colorado in the seventh inning. They won the first three of that series. First pitch to a tough hitter, Luis Ariz. Misses low and in. The Tigers are looking at a 6-12 record, unless they can find a way to rally in the late innings of this game. They're down by 6 in the bottom of the sixth inning. Fly ball left field, fairly deep, but going back, Castro, he stops and then back to his right to make the catch. Rises out, and so are the Twins. They add a run. Go to the seventh inning, 7-1 Minnesota. Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Hey, baseball fans, Mike Valeni here. On your next trip to Vegas, you gotta go to the D Las Vegas. You're gonna feel right at home because the D, it's all about you. It's all about Detroit. It's not on the Strip. It's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and the D has got things you won't find here, like a world-class sports book, the Long Bar. It's simply the best place to settle in and watch a game. Have a great dinner at Joe Vaccari's Andiamo Italian Steakhouse, and if you're looking for the best bang for your buck, leave the Strip behind and hit the D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Crazy bread, put that cheese in my bread. Cheesy stuffed crazy bread, I want more cheese today. Little Caesars hot and ready cheesy stuffed crazy bread is back. Pick up 3 large sticks of melty cheesy goodness stuffed inside our world famous crazy bread for just $3.49. It's crazy good and only $3.49. Walk in and walk out with cheesy stuffed crazy bread every day between 4 and 8 at Little Caesars. Cheesy stuffed crazy bread, put that cheese in my bread. Cheesy stuffed crazy bread, I want more cheese today. Pizza at participating locations plus tax.
The best minds in medicine are right here in your community. With McLaren, you're always closer to leading doctors and advanced specialty care because our primary and urgent care providers are seamlessly connected with specialists across our network. And with McLaren Now Virtual Care, you can conveniently access McLaren physicians when you need them, wherever you are, because bringing you closer to the care you need is doing